wondering where the rumored extra scene was. You once again basking Billy's love for Starlight Nights. It would have been better if you didn't keep jumping up in excitement.
Can you believe that? That awesome shot at the end? I'm just a Starlight Knight who happened to be passing by.
That's probably a reference to something that I'm not getting.
I watched it too. You don't have to reenact the whole movie.
I never get tired of watching the same movie. But if I'm honest, I never expected the 10 seconds of unreleased, never-before-seen footage to have 5 seconds of empty reel, then another 5 seconds of special effects.
I think we can see why this was recalled.
You actually noticed that? Did you memorize the whole movie?
Of course! Even if it's just 1 second of new footage, I'll find it. I'd stake my reputation as a Starlight Knight on it. Hey, manager, can I ask you a question? Will you please sell me this videotape? It really means a lot to me. I'll pay good money for it.
It was expensive, but really, you can just have it.
So it was expensive. Hang on. Did I hear that right? You said you want to give it to me?
Yeah, you heard right. It's yours.
Oh, you're too kind! I almost thought I'd have to borrow money from Nicole. I'll never forget your generosity. I'll be sure to come to the store lots in the future.
And now Billy can promote the video store. And yeah, let's be honest. A video with empty reel plus only 5 extra seconds. Let's be honest, nobody but Billy would probably want that. Let's see. Marco, best 10 seconds of his life. And let's see, I went to sleep, that's all. Okay. Let's see, anyone else hanging around here besides Ben? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Was there another one that we had to wait for the next day over, or was that just a general chop here?
Yeah, we did have one that was also at night to meet someone under a streetlight.
Let's see. We can continue it here. Okay. Hello, Grant. And your stand-in? Quite literal? Seal off all exits and search anyone who looks suspicious. First, let's step back a bit. That's a bit uncomfortably close, maybe. Okay, Belle wants to be uncomfortably close, little gremlin. What's going on? You didn't know? Last night, a serious crime happened on 6th Street involving an enormous amount of money. It's huge. You mean those cases of cola? Yeah, that's right. Well, hold on, how did you know? Were you at the scene of the crime? Could it be that you're the culprits? Yeah, just kidding. I always wanted to say that. The old shop said it wasn't anything important. No, it's important. I've never gotten the chance in all my years patrolling 6th Street to land a case like this. Finally, we got our own theft. For the first time in my life. Yep. Okay, very quiet street then. I'll be able to showcase my full capabilities, put all the pieces together and reveal the true culprit. After the day, the citizens of 6th Street will say, turns out patrolling wasn't just Grant's side gig in solving cases where he really shines. Okay, apparently people don't think too highly of him around here. What's with this stand? Allow me to present to you my doppelganger. See how it looks just like me? I place these at every entrance and exit. Any suspects are sure to stop dead in their tracks at my powerful gaze. It's as effective as a security lockdown. Did you prepare these beforehand? Actually, I made these a while back, and I've been itching for a chance like today to put them to good use. And just to be clear, I absolutely wasn't hoping for a crime like this to happen on 6th Street. I just wanted an opportunity to prove myself. Originally, I was going to get Sita on the stand with me and call it the double gaze of heroic justice, but she threatened to request a transfer if I mentioned the word stand to her again, so I dropped the idea. She must have been hearing too many JoJo jokes. I digress. Back to the case. My doppelgangers and I have already attained preliminary results. Look, we've identified 3 suspects. None of them are residents of 6th Street, but they were around the scene for a long time before and after the crime. Despite their suspicious behavior, we have no concrete evidence. General Chop was not a witness, so we can't get any solid statements from him. We'll have to let them go if we can't make any further progress. Let me go ask. Oh, you want to help? Of course. It's a common trope in suspense movies where a kind citizen with a strong sense of justice provides the crucial clue. Okay, I hereby authorize you to be a representative of 6th Street. I'm looking forward to see what you find out. Okay, we've got a kid in a cap, an emphatic office lady, and a highly suspicious guy. Okay, it's going to be one of these logic puzzles again, where one of them is lying and we need to figure out who by comparing statements. My whereabouts last night? Let me think. I came here for noodles last night. I'm a regular at Waterfall Soup, and General Chop can back me up on that. But by the time I got there, they were out of what I wanted, so I left and didn't see General Chop after that. I came by early today to try my luck again, but I was stopped by this officer holding a weird stand. He seems to think that I'm a suspect of a theft or something. My whereabouts last night? I already told that officer. Go ask him. Are you worried about slipping up? What do you mean? I haven't done anything wrong. Why would I be afraid of slipping up? Fine. I'll repeat myself. I was here last night for a bowl of noodles and did a little research. What research? It has nothing to do with the theft. After eating, I spoke with the owner and then took a stroll around 6th Street for about an hour before I took the metro home. You walked around 6th Street for a whole hour? That, too, has nothing to do with the theft. Why do you have even more questions than that officer? Anyway, I've told you, it's unrelated. We'll have to see about that. Let's see. Marco, I actually filled the one like this in Honkai Star Rail. Okay. And Cider? Obviously, the highly suspicious guy is the culprit. Otherwise, why would he be so suspicious? Yeah? My whereabouts last night? Are you working with that officer? That's right, I'm 6th Street's resident rep. Alright, fine. I'll talk. This is my first time on 6th Street, I swear. Last night I was just looking around for a random noodle shop to grab some foods. Well, it wasn't exactly random, I suppose. I thought about it for a while before deciding to try the noodles at this place. I'd never eaten here before, after all. Speaking of which, the noodles turned out to be quite delicious. After eating, I went to the convenience store and bought some random stuff there. Well, they're not really random stuff. I also gave it some thought. Anyways, I finished shopping and left 6th Street. At least that's what happened last night. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get some statements to cross-reference any of that. We heard, Grant told us. You're a citizen rep. What would you like to know? Let's see, about the kid in the cap. He's been here before. He bought a whole lot of bomb cola, like 2 cases worth. When I checked the security footage this morning, I saw he moved all the neon cola to the bathroom supply shelf. But why? I don't get it. But an emphatic office lady? She's really weird and never buys anything. She doesn't even come in the store, but she asks a lot of questions, like things like our supply channels, closing times, and security measures. Really detailed questions about those. Okay. Almost dropped the book there. When I told her about her security cameras, she just frowned and walked away, heading toward the noodle shop. Okay. And about the suspicious guy? That guy is highly suspicious. Kept circling the store. Came in, bought a 50 Denny lollipop, and circled some more. He paid with a very large bill. It took us a long time to make change. That's all my questions. Okay, so we know who's behind... What would you even call it that if you're moving stuff around in a store? Interference with business, maybe?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, hey, Belle. Here for noodles or to help with the investigation? I heard you've been helping Officer Grant with the theft case. Isn't this a bit much? It's just a couple of cases of neon cola missing. The officers should be able to handle it. I don't want this to eat up too much of your time. I'm doing this for 6th Street. Alright, I understand. If there's anything you want to know, just ask. Let's see, about the kid in the cap. Him? He's one of my regulars. Unfortunately, we had a supply issue yesterday. He wanted to order a white bowl, fried barbecue noodles, and a bomb cola, both of which we'd run out of. Usually restock noodle ingredients daily, but we've run out of bomb cola and won't be restocking it. I was actually in the process of switching all of our colas to neon cola. When he heard that, he said he wasn't hungry anymore and that he'd come back the next day and left. About the office lady? That office lady certainly made an impression. She ordered a bowl of noodles and bombarded me with questions. Since she was the only diner and I wasn't busy, I answered all her queries. But her questions started to get weirder and weirder and unrelated to noodles. Things like beverage suppliers, our closing times, and inventory processes. Oh yeah, right after she finished eating, she asked, "How's your store security?" I proudly told her stores in 6th Street don't need any security. Then she just smiled at me in a peculiar way and left. About that highly suspicious guy? Oh, I know who you mean. He was pacing around outside my restaurant for at least 20 minutes before he finally came in. He sat down and ordered a load of food, noodles, snacks, plus 2 cans of neon cola. After finishing his meal, he did the same thing at the coffee shop next door, circling it for about 20 minutes before going in. Can you tell me the times those 3 were here? I don't remember the exact times, but they were the last 3 customers that night. I do remember the order they came in. Okay. Let me grab something for a note. There. That highly suspicious guy you mentioned, he was first. Okay, so guy. After him was my regular kid in the cap. But he left pretty quickly. After that I had to take a phone call. I figured there wouldn't be any more customers, so I put up a be back soon sign, stepped out of the back for about 10 minutes. When I came back, that office lady was already seated and ready to order. That's all my questions. Oh, one more thing. After closing that night, I found we somehow had 2 extra cases of cola. So you lost 2 cases and then found 2? Doesn't that mean... No, it's not the same. The 2 extra cases were bomb cola. I had cleared out our bomb cola stock days ago to switch to neon cola. There's no way there should have been any left. Okay, I think we can figure out what is going on here now, huh?
Yeah, one is possibly a criminal or someone trying to sell security, but the kid there is definitely one behind the cola thing.
Yeah. And how's it going? Judging by the look in your face, your investigation must have been fruitful. I know what happened. Funny you should say that. I've got everything figured out as well. Let's hear it then, and see if we're on the same page. What do you think really happened in the Waterfall soup thefts? The kid in the cap? Took the shop owner, no. Took the cola. And made a sneaky switch. So that's what happened. I mean, just as I thought. Considering the motive, timing, evidence, and then eliminating inconsistencies, the answer is so obvious. That highly suspicious guy might look sus, but he asked for neon cola when he came in, meaning the cola hadn't been stolen yet. He also visited the other store later, as confirmed by the shop owner, which gives him an alibi since he couldn't have had enough time to commit the theft. Actually, he has severe OCD when it comes to making choices. He hesitates a long time before entering any store, even waffling around outside the convenience store for 20 minutes just to buy a single lollipop. And because he looks so obviously suspicious, somebody would have definitely noticed him if he went to the noodle shop afterwards. I believe the term for that may be ADD or something. Or actually, no, that is attention deficits. No, this... let's see. As for that emphatic office lady, she works as a commercial investment consultant. A client was renting the shop next to the convenience store and hired her to perform a detailed analysis of the streets. There's no motive here as for committing this theft. So then, that leaves us with the kid in the cap. Why did he suddenly change his mind about ordering? Why did he buy 2 cases of bomb cola, and who was it that moved the neon cola? I think you already know the answer to that question. Okay, so if we got it right, I'm guessing he would have given us the correct answer with this. It's time to reveal the truth. Come on, let's bring all the main suspects together, just like how they do it in the movies. Or rather, how they do it in the detective series. Can I go now? I already know who the real culprit is. Really? Okay. I hope you're here to say I'm sorry you're free to go. I already know who the real culprit is. And let's go meet up with Grant. Alright. Let's leave it up to the officer to tell us then. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm innocent. I already know who the real culprit is. Let's go meet up with Grant. Really? Tell me quietly, who was it? You don't think it was me, do you? I'm innocent! Okay, now that everyone is here, let's go and meet up with Grant. Hello, Foamy. Okay, and of course, the gathering happens at the scene of the crime. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like everyone's here. I've always wanted to say that. Thank you for your patience. After thorough collaboration with the citizen rep of 6th Street and a detailed investigation, we're close to finding the true culprit behind the theft. Bit of a photobomb. I bet you're all very curious. The culprit who has had us spinning around and in circles with their lies is none other than... The culprit is the kid in the cap. You're just gonna say it like that? I was trying to build some suspense here while you're revealing spoilers. But it's fine. A simple accusation won't make the suspect confess. Time for me to show off my detective skills. What evidence do you have? And there it is. Might as well have said I did it. I haven't even started my deduction yet. Cut the nonsense. Show me the evidence that I swapped the neon cola and bomb cola at, waterfall soup. Hey, don't confess so quickly to things we haven't said yet. Kids nowadays are so direct. Yeah, we hadn't even said anything about the cola swap. Just check the security footage from one convenience store. What? I slipped up. Hang on, what's going on here? You're one of my regulars, so I'd like to hear it straight from you. Waterfall Soup has been my favorite noodle shop for years. The best noodles, the kindest owner, General Chop, and my trusty bomb cola that's always been by my side. I always thought these warm moments would last forever, staying with me as I grew up, raised a family, and grew old. But then I found out yesterday that you'd replaced bomb cola with neon cola. I felt like I was betrayed. Is it really that serious? It's just a switch of... Of course it's super serious. It's neon cola. It tastes like toilet cleaner. I can't believe the same people who make such mouth-watering noodles could stoop to such a vile cola. I refused to order, stormed out of the noodle shop in protest. But technically, since it's open to the air, you can't technically storm out because you were never in. Technically. In protest, but General Chop, you didn't even realize your grave mistake. This pain, this betrayal, just kept getting angrier and angrier. I needed to make things right. I wanted revenge. Just then, I saw General Chop leaving the store to go answer his phone. I realized this was my chance. I didn't expect it so soon. I wanted to prove to everyone that bomb cola was the one true cola. This is starting to feel like Coca-Cola versus Pepsi, isn't it?
Kinda.
So you rushed to the convenience store to buy some bomb cola, then you moved it into the unattended noodle shop and used it to replace all the neon cola. Yes, it was so seamless that I thought you'd never find any clues. When I saw the convenience store also stocked neon cola, I couldn't help but move them over to the bathroom supply shelf where they belong. Those clues you thought we'd never discover were pretty obvious. Yeah, the surveillance system at the convenience store captured your every move in 4K. It was only a matter of time before we'd find you. That's it then. Take me in. I have no regrets. Anyone who's been betrayed would understand. Got it. I'll keep stocking bomb cola. Eh? Initially, the cola was just meant to complement the wings and snacks as a light beverage option. My number one focus has always been on perfecting my soup base. I never thought customers would care so much about a soda. However, since a customer has made this request and it happened in my shop, I shall now give it my full attention. Don't worry. From this day forth, bomb cola will always be on the Waterfall Soup's menu. Whether you grow up, get old, or whatever happens, so long as I'm still around, it'll be here too. General Chop. I'm sorry. I should have just talked to you. I'll always love Waterfall Soup. And so as the sad background music plays, the culprit's eyes are filled with tears of regret. I didn't hear any sad background music. It's in my head. Just like in the movies when the bad guy confesses. Anyway, now that the truth's out and everyone's happy, let's wrap this up and go home. Unforgivable. Huh? What did Neon Cola do to you? I've got a bad feeling about this. What do you mean by toilet cleaner? Are you saying you've drank toilet cleaner before? I drank Neon Cola last night, 2 cans of it. You're just like those trolls online posting slander about Neon Cola. Oh great, we've started a cola flame war. I'm telling you, Neon Cola is the #1 cola in the world. I specifically decided to come to this store because they had Neon Cola. Now keep coming back, ordering 10 cans each time. Well, you can forget about coming back here. Didn't you hear? General Chop said, from this day forth, Waterfall Soup is only going to stock bomb cola. Nonsense. Bomb cola is the real toilet cleaner. General Chop got fooled by your crocodile tears. Noodle Shop is delicious as this should never serve its diner's toilet cleaner. Stop fighting. How about I stock both brands of both brands of cola. Both of them? Absolutely not. There will be no compromise. If either of you have anything else to say, we can discuss it in my office. And so Garand led the quarreling pair out of 6th Street and Waterfall Soup reopened for business. Peace returned once again. You can tell they had fun with some of these, huh? Hello, Ben.
Yeah.
Back for seconds.
Bloody heck.
Let's see, Marco. Ace Attorney has case. It was the kid in the cab for sure. He has an office? Probably it's just some broom closets he claimed somewhere. It's Proxy. Has work been going well for you? Apart from your bamboo, you don't employ any staff at your video store, do you? It's incredible. You take care of every business matter yourself, whether big or small, from developing new business strategies down to stapling together your own expense invoices. Not really. I wish I could just deal with everything like that, no matter how thorny the business. We proxies have our own problems too. There's some problems that even the president or Anton can't help fix. Sometimes they make things worse. But perhaps you'll have a good idea, won't you, Miss Proxy? Even you can get troubled by your work, Ben? What could possibly be that vexes the financial controller of Bellabog Industries so greatly? The anxious bear carries on, so that's how things turned out like that.
I envy you, having such a tiny pair of hands.
Okay, strange opener.
It must be so easy to handle your invoices. Me, I'm always dropping fur into the glue pot or accidentally ripping them with my claws.
Oh.
Can't you just not glue the invoices onto the expense form?
You can't say that. That's something we accountants are forbidden to say.
Okay.
What are accountants forbidden from saying?
Please, don't make me repeat such terrifying words.
What?
Let's just forget this entire conversation. You know, this is the first time I've ever talked about this with someone else. It feels refreshing. If you don't mind, let's talk more about this kind of stuff in the future.
Okay, a bit odd to see a bear smile like that, huh? But not wrong. Marco, job PTSD hits hard. Also, I feel like Ben gives great hugs. Probably, yeah. Okay, that's another trust rank up. Clara again. Let's see. Anything else that can be done here right now? Yeah. Need to wait for Corin, but we just need to let time pass a bit for that. Those are both at night. Are there any other city ones left? The Price of Lies. Okay. Berylyn and John and Johan seem to be nervously discussing something. Ask them what's going on. Okay, what's up, Marco?
Yeah, what's happening?
Was that a reaction to just the sheer amount of side quests that we have or something?
It's kind of why we have bonus streams.
Yeah, it's about it on the amount of bonus side quests. Yeah, that's why we're having these side quests.
Yeah, you seen the title, right? You did add that to the title, right?
Yes. I just put my foot in my mouth, didn't I? What happened? I was just chatting with Johan and Lazuli. Oh, hello. Hello again, Clara. And we were
Clara.
both... Alright, yeah, different hair. We were both complimenting
Many
Lazuli
years.
about her collections from the Ballet Twins, but somehow we just ended up pushing her buttons. So now Lazuli walks around with this cross look and refuses to talk to us. It'd be great if someone could ask her why she's so pissed. Okay. Oh, and another trust event up there. Okay, just the hat that kid's wearing. That's just those standard Japanese school kid hats, right?
Yeah, they're all for their own protection, so you can spot them easy on the road and such.
Yeah. Oop. Bit of loading on the inside there. Let's see. Any chance you have a brother called Lapis? Let's see who gets that reference. He's going to be a big trouble. To be honest, I was being stupid lying to everyone. Someone messed with you? Berylyn and Johan sent you, right? Yep, there goes her again. I'm not even that angry. It's just that something happened days ago and now I'm too embarrassed to face them. What happened? My friends all love the urban legends around the Ballet Twins and are always going on about trophies they've collected from inside them. Some are even rare black market items that fetch top dollar. I just want to knock them down a peg, so I went out and bought this imitation antique book about the Ballet Twins from this dealer called Mr. All-Knowing. It looked exactly the same as the real thing. And then I made up this story and tricked him into thinking it was the real deal from the Ballet Twins, and that there was a secret treasure map inside, leading to a vault inside the towers. These morons actually bought it that this old book was some priceless treasure. They even started to think it's related to my family, thinking I might be connected to the old owners of the towers or something. Truly a bunch of morons. You must have been pleased with yourself. Don't be like that. I wasn't lying just to show off. I wanted to make those pesky dweebs shut up for once, that's all. But who would have thought that those idiots just couldn't stop blabbing on about it? The lie grew bigger and got out of control. Before I knew it, I had this bunch of crooks onto me. It was midnight and this phone call came out of the blue, demanding that I wrap the book up in a black plastic bag and toss it into this corner for them. Please tell me you called public security. I was too scared. They knew my home address and they said they'd make me pay if I told PubSec. I gave the book to them, but sooner or later they were going to realize that it's not really an antique, just a replica. They probably think I'm...